Go for it.
We go.
Okay, welcome back to Joe Code Podcast. This is your host, Joe Marisi. We are back with a new episode. We'll get into everything, why we had to take a break for a week. If you don't live under a rock, you'll know why, but we'll talk more about it here in just a moment. We've got a special guest today. Only he could fill this slot. I feel like this is a much-needed episode for this guy to be here. So it's glad to have him in. Let's give him an introduction because he needs one. So let's start off with, he's a comedian. He is part of a podcast called Going Deep with Chad and JT. He was on a television show on Netflix for one season. That was also called Chad and JT Go Deep, slightly different name than the podcast. And he is a father of two and a dear friend. Welcome back to the podcast. This is your fourth time here, JT Parr. Welcome in.
What's up, Joe?
You excited to be here?
I'm thrilled to be here.
That was a pretty good intro, huh?
Why did you punch one season like that?
Because it went one season, right?
That is true, and our numbers weren't great.
Well, that's all right. We're doing another show.
We're going to make it happen. What it is?
Did you read the script that I sent you?
No, I'm way behind on that.
I mean, what the hell? I sent it to you like years ago.
You're
now.
right. You know what? I don't have an excuse. I will say this. You never visit your godchildren.
Mike read it.
You never visit your godchildren. So now you have a baby, and now I'm not paying attention to that baby.
Fine.
If you come over today after this podcast and see your godchildren that you hate,
How could you say that?
you're off the record, on the record, you hate your godchildren.
They don't know me from a hole in the wall.
My children. They have memory now.
Yeah.
They understand permanence. And they understand that you're permanently unavail. But you come over today, I'll read the script, and I'll note the fuck out of that thing in a good way, positive. Like, hey, I love this. I think we could maybe do a collapse here, bring these scenes together.
I'm in the middle of episode 2 already, so.
Good. Keep writing. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That gets me fired up,
Yeah, there's
man.
these people that write the pilot and like, okay, yeah, let's see what happens with it. Yeah, just stop writing. Just write that and see, you know what I mean? I want to write the whole season.
Well, I mean, I've had a ton of success. And one thing I have realized is that when you're pitching these things to the streamers, to the development folks, they don't want it all. This is what I hear, actually. I don't even know if this is true, but sometimes when they reject you, they give you explanations just so you don't feel too bad. But sometimes they'll say, you know, it was a little too thought out. We want a little room to put our hands on it.
I don't want their filthy little hands on it.
I love that because you're an artist, capital A.
Thank you. Hey, how was trivia night the other night? I saw you guys all went there.
A lot of guys are jealous.
Stalking you guys.
A lot of guys are jealous they couldn't make it that night. 33 taps in Silver Lake. Is there
Yeah,
anything-
I know you were there. I saw it.
You'll come next time.
A lot of guys were. I mean, how many got the invite?
There was only 5 because it was Greg Giebel's moving.
Oh, is he going to be with his wife in Texas?
And he's doing a show. First he's going to Oklahoma to work on a show there, and then he's going to Texas.
Oklahoma.
He's working on Ethan Hawke's show. Kind of cool. And then
Oh, I was going to say Tulsa King.
no, they filmed that in Atlanta.
I know.
He says everyone asks him that. But he was moving. But Greg is like he's the best hang in the world, and he's the best guy in the world. But when it's like his thing, he gets a little bit like shy almost. So like when he was getting married, me and my brother were his groomsmen, and like he didn't even tell us to like show up early on the day of the wedding. Me and my brother just had to be like, hey, we got to be there, and we just showed up.
Yeah.
Because he just is like modest or whatever.
Sure.
So we all went to the trivia, and he didn't even confirm he was coming.
Oh, wow.
So we were like, but the important thing is that we go. And then he showed up, and we were like, let's go. And then we had a great night. But we didn't want to invite other people because we didn't even know what was going to happen.
Oh, okay.
But you'll be invited next time.
No, I didn't know it was like a going away thing. That's good.
Reggie-
How'd you guys do?
Reggie had already told my brother he was sad he didn't get invited. A lot of guys hurt feelings of us. We did poorly.
I could see that.
Well, okay. What state is the #1 cheese manufacturer in the country?
Wisconsin.
California.
Okay, it's Wisconsin. I thought it was California,
see?
and I thought it was like a little.
That's a misnomer.
I thought it was a whoop-de-woo question. Nah, Google it, man. Wisconsin #1.
Yeah, I knew
Fucking
that.
bullshit.
I knew that before. you,
I'm right there with you.
I knew
bro.
that
doubled
before
or
you
nothing
finished
on
the
it.
question. See, you guys overthink things.
All right, but yeah, that's true. And then dig this. This is the one we really blew it on because
And also they call the state is called America's Dairyland.
I thought it was a marketing thing, and that
Yeah.
California was just #1 in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wish.
We are natives. You came here, you love it, you like it more than when you're from.
I'm not a native actually.
You're from St. Louis, but you grew up
Born
in
in
San
Chicago.
Diego.
Yeah, Aaron's originally from the Chicago area.
He's a Californian. And then, all right. What city hosts the biggest marathon in the world?
In the world, wow. It's a U.S. city. I think it's Boston.
New York City.
New York.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was one of those.
I put Boston.
Oh,
dude.
you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so we got that one wrong.
Yeah,
and we
I
were
thought
out.
for some reason I thought I heard it was Boston. Well, those are good questions.
It was fun, man. We all got to go, dude, and it's cool because it's at a sports bar in Silver Lake. So they got great stuff on the TV, but there's no loud people there.
Were you drinking, or did you do dry? Are you doing dry January?
I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank. I had one.
I think I saw you with a beer in that Facebook or Instagram story.
Man, you really
no?
stalked the hell out of it. I think that was Greg's. He was sitting in
Okay.
front of me.
All right.
I had one shot of tequila to like end when we did our last fall tour date in Indianapolis. But other than that, I don't drink.
Oh, you haven't drank since then?
It's been like 8 months, and I've maybe had like
Wow.
three beers over that whole time.
Oh my god!
And
I
I'm
didn't-
kind of a beast.
I didn't
dude.
know that.
And I'm eating super
I've
high.
had more than JT.
Yeah.
Really? Oh yeah, you got. Wait, when did you?
I went to Cabo for Christmas.
And
so
you turned up,
I
right?
had a couple margaritas. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, when
Rob,
Aaron
the whole
goes
time I've known
to
you.
warm vacation destinations, that's when he busts it out.
Yeah.
That's fun.
I'd like
The
to see
frozen
some of
daiquiri.
that.
And I'm eating healthy, dude. I'm doing a gram of protein for every pound that I weigh every day.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So like 10 eggs a day.
That'd be a lot.
You know, I don't know how that's gonna work out for you, but we'll see.
I'm doing blood work. I'm gonna make sure it's working.
Okay, so we're really burying the lead here.
Oh yeah, sorry. It's a pretty tragic time to be talking.
Yeah, it's been a rough week here. Week plus now. This is Friday, January 17th of the recording here. And let's just say this sucks. This sucks for the week. Is fires destroying everything. It's like, yeah, fire. You're like, oh, yeah, we need that in the world. Yeah, not when it ruins our life. Fuck. It's been a shitty time. Homes are destroyed. Communities are destroyed. Mountains are on fire. What the hell?
When Runyon caught fire, I thought of you first.
Yeah, I saw it.
I know people who live
I
there.
saw that piece of shit fire. I was standing at the corner of Sunset and Fairfax. I was walking back from CVS a couple blocks away. And over the Starbucks, I see bright orange to my left. And it was crazy. I've never seen flames like that big. Like, you've seen fires in your life, you know, usually, like if we're at a bonfire or a campfire, it's like maybe a couple feet high. These are like 100 feet high. It's crazy to see that. It looks like lava.
Yeah.
Might as well be a volcano.
Yeah, it was like nothing. we've
Rebrand
ever
yourself as a
experienced.
volcano.
That's what it was. Yeah, it was. And I mean, it turned into a tornado at certain points because of the high winds. It was funneling.
And I was like watching it. I was like, I'm like, maybe it won't come down the hill, but I didn't want to fuck around and find out, as they say,
Yeah.
because maybe it was just gonna come in like that, like an Independence Day.
Yeah, and you don't want to get stuck in traffic either. You saw the people coming out of the Palisades. Some of them had to leave their cars or be stuck in traffic for hours. Always good to be preemptive.
Yeah, so I drove down to Culver City and started drinking.
Yeah, that's a reasonable
Right.
thing to do.
Yeah, I went over to Adam Chudwin, our friend's place. He didn't really have a sense of urgency. I got over his place. He's like, let me finish shaving my head. I'm like, all right. And then he's like, and I go into his place. He's like, can you take your shoes off? I'm like, shoes off at a time like this? Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he like took a shower. I'm like, yeah, take your time. Take your time. We got time. You know how fires work.
Well, Culver is pretty far.
Well, yeah, no, but then we went down. No, this was still in. No. This is right by me.
Oh, geez, yeah.
By Sunset and
Yeah.
Fairfax.
Get the hell out.
He's taking a sweet ass time. But yeah, then we went down to Culver, had some beers, some food, came back a few hours later. How did the kids handle the fire?
So
Daddy, what's going on back there?
I mean, how would
Is that how they talk?
How would you even know? Tuesday night, I'm doing improv at UCB. I took a 101 class. It's the first class. I don't know.
I took that like so long ago.
Me too, but I was.
Why'd you redo it?
I just think, you know what, I was like, when I first did it, I took it so serious. I wanted to be so good at it. I don't think I had much fun. I was like, now I'll just do it and have fun. And
Dumb as shit. I didn't have fun. It's so awkward.
so I'm enjoying it, but I'm in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm in there, and the teacher, we lose power, and you know the fun improv energy. They're like, but you know what? We're just I think we're just gonna keep going with the class.
No, we're not.
So we all put our cell phone lights on, and we're still doing improv. We're doing like yes and.
You don't have to yes and the world. Like, what if a flood comes in? Okay, yeah. So we're in a pool now.
So who's in a canoe? Are we in a canoe right now?
Yeah.
Well, what's the first unusual thing? The classroom is full of water. And then she comes back in after like a
Yeah.
break. And she's like, okay, so yeah, so we just found out that Pasadena is being evacuated. We're still getting more information, so we're not sure. We might still keep going with the class. And then I turn, I'm like, I have to go home.
Yeah. Is this on Franklin?
Yeah.
Yeah, over there.
I
Okay.
was like, I'm not going to be doing improv when my wife's at home with two kids. Like with no power. So I go home. They got no power at our place, and we just took the kids straight to Orange County to get them out of the just to get all the unknowns
Yeah, down to your mom's place.
out.
Right.
Yeah, so we went to my mom's.
Bring the babies here.
She was pretty happy. She was thrilled.
Yeah.
But it was tough, man. But I came back up. I was like, I've been trying to help out and stuff. So
Yeah, I only went away for 3 hours. Yeah, it's joke code for this week is help your community in times of need. Volunteer, donate. You know, when disasters happen to your friends and neighbors, you know, it's a tough thing to come back from, but helping each other out really helps people lift their spirits out. Spirits up. I bought a lot of stuff that I donated to the firefighters. So
Good.
if you want to pat me on the back,
come over here. I think it's good to talk about. I think it's good to talk about all this stuff you've done. I know, like, we live in this era where people are like, why do you have to brag about everything good thing you've done? I'm like, it's still better than not doing a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, some people just talk shit. I'm like, that doesn't help. And like, one of the coolest things about this whole thing has been, nothing's cool about it. I'm sorry, I should rephrase. It's been the worst travesty in my lifetime around LA. Like, I've never seen anything worse happen to LA. It's awful. But the way people came together and the way like the community really shone through, I'd never seen that either. So, you know, if you drive through Altadena, just the sheer amount of people helping, you'll cry your eyes out. It's
yeah,
beautiful.
that's great to see. And it was cool to see Gary come out here and do some.
Yeah, I've been chatting with him a little bit. He's a wild man.
Yeah, he's a big. He's an independent journalist, I guess we'll call him.
That's the
He's
thing
out
now.
there doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's sober, which is good. He was a bit wild.
He's a good
I
guy.
saw that firsthand. Good guy.
Gary Faust?
Yeah, Gary Faust.
He came out here because of the fires?
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
He was doing some stuff, helping out up in Altadena, Pasadena.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah, he's going around like the National Guard, like the blockades, and like going to like the actual burn down houses and stuff. It's I'm sure it'll be very compelling when he puts it all together. Dude, I got to I went to Altadena and did a cleanup, like getting trees that got knocked over out of people's yards, or like a school had one knocked down that would have made it hard for the kids to get in there. And this really cool guy on the demo team for Pasadena is like, hey, do you want to use a chainsaw? I never used one before.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I was like, hell yeah. So then he taught me how to use it for like 5 minutes. And then
how did that go?
It was cool. But then I got to use it more. I got to cut down a lot of stuff with the chainsaw.
Oh, be careful with that, Leatherface.
It was fun. I'd like to find another opportunity to use a chainsaw if it helps the community.
Okay.
I mean, around the house.
Yeah, build a cabin in
Cut
the
your
backyard.
own Christmas trees down.
I know, but I'm like, can I justify that expenditure? Do I need a chainsaw that bad?
Are they that expensive?
I think the electric one I was looking at was like a couple $100.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about this. You had mentioned your wife a couple minutes ago. You are not married. You are not engaged.
Soon.
But let's talk about this. Chad is engaged.
She is my wife.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. Did Chad have an engagement party?
Yes.
Okay, who was at that?
Of his friends, like who were not family?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow.
Why?
Because I'm just wondering who was invited.
But there's an undertone.
Well, why didn't he invite people? Why didn't they have a big thing?
Dude, you know how dudes are like it's like Greg, and like with my baby shower, I didn't invite people until like 3 days before.
Well, you know what it is too. This guy doesn't understand nightlife. He doesn't go out, so he doesn't even know. Oh, how do we even throw a party? He doesn't even know. I'm sure it was all Kennedy's shit.
No, well, he planned it because she couldn't know about
Well,
it.
where was it?
It was in Newport.
Oh yeah, it was in
I think he would
Newport.
agree with you on the nightlife thing. But dude, he was so nervous, bro. I just don't think he wanted a ton of people there. He was very nervous. It was very cute. It was
Oh
very
wait,
sweet.
did he do it like after the engagement happened?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I meant like a separate thing. Oh, he had
No.
you guys like there.
So like he proposed to her
Ah, okay,
at
never
the
mind.
beach where
It's
they
not-
like fell in love, and then afterwards near that beach.
They fell in love at the beach.
Well, she lived in Newport, like
Oh,
right on the
okay,
water.
Yeah.
And then so afterwards there was like a brunch spot where we all met up.
Oh, okay, I see.
And it was small. It was very small. Like it was me, Strider, and his buddy Miller.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I thought there was like hey, we
My
got
buddy Miller, too, good
engaged.
guy. Love you,
And-
Miller.
Like a few weeks later, like, hey, we're throwing a party to celebrate our engagement.
No,
That's
you'll be
what I
invited to
meant.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Don't listen, man.
Well, you're taking the trivia, and now this.
no,
come visit the godchildren.
I didn't want to come to trivia night. It's unfair if I play. So come out to Bros Before Joe's. We have another show. It's going to be at the Comedy Store. And if people cancel on us, they're banned for life for doing the show. Like they did on your show. But Bros Before Joe's in the Belly Room.
Dude, can we talk?
Wednesday, February 12th, 10 p.m. in the Belly Room. Me, Chad, JT, Strider, Kevin. We'll also feature a new song by the Gentle Chodes. So that's going to be a lot of
They've been
fun.
killing it.
And we'll have a few special guests yet to be determined.
So new segment El Scorcho where I go in on Joe. Welcome to El
I don't know. I don't know
Scorcho.
what for because I told you beware of Bobby. He could cancel.
I'm not talking about that. And you know what? That's private business that'll be handled in all respect and all
Well,
love
I
to
just
all
went
people.
public with it.
Okay. We had a show booked at the Comedy Store for this past Monday.
In the main room.
In the main room, which is cool.
Chad, JT, and Alec Flynn.
It was our second one, and the fires happened, so everything was up in the air. And then the booker there was like, "Hey, do you still want to do the show?" And it was gonna be like the first night back for the store. I was like, "Yeah, I think we should try it. I think it'd be good for people to laugh and stuff. So let's do it." Joe just keeps telling me, he's like, it's not going to happen. The show won't happen.
No, because I had emails saying only that room would not be open. Only one of the rooms was open for shows.
But I was hearing from someone else there that it was going to happen. I was like, let's just trust that and roll with that. I was like, I don't want to be bummed and think it's going to get canceled. And Joe just kept calling me. Called me 2 more times to tell me it wasn't going to happen.
I kept getting emails saying it wasn't. So this isn't burning me. I'm just giving you the information that I was being fed.
But I was like, dude, I don't want to hear it. I'm just going to imagine it's happening. And then until I hear otherwise, it's happening. And then Joe just kept calling me, being like, it's not happening. You couldn't be more wrong.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did kind of. And then the show ends up happening. So I'm like, whoa, I got this one on Joe. Then
there's more.
Before Joe goes up on stage, like packed crowd, who knows what's going on in his head? He just goes, he turns to me and goes, we shouldn't be doing this.
What do you mean?
That's what you said to me before you went up.
No, I said I didn't say that. I said I don't feel like performing.
I think you said we shouldn't be doing this.
No, we should be doing that. I want to do the show.
And then,
but I was in a weird headspace.
Yeah, he was being weird. He was being real weird.
I was coming off. All right, in all just full disclosure, I probably drank a little bit too much last week.
Oh, so you were hungover?
Well, yeah. I mean, I was a little bit. Oh,
that makes sense.
But
I'm sorry, that meant. But and to your,
it's all right. This week
I was gonna cap the story this way.
Clear off the sauce to my birthday.
But then you absolutely crushed.
I mean, I thought it was all right. I don't know.
No, you had a great set. You murdered. You did better than I did for sure. I was a little wobbly up there, but you fucking brought it.
All right. Well, and did Kumail?
He brought the funny.
Kumail was there, right? Nanjiani.
Yeah, he was in and out.
Did Trevor come?
Yeah, Trevor came.
All right, but Adam Ray and Bobby Lee did not show.
It's true.
And I said that
Adam Ray gave us good heads up that he wasn't going to be able to make it.
Yeah, I warned you about Bobby. I've seen it all too often.
In Bobby's defense, we had only confirmed with him 36 hours prior.
Yeah, I mean,
those guys do a lot of shows. You know what it is too, man? It's just hierarchy. Like,
yeah, no, they're not selfish at all. It's just
well, they're above us, so like our show's not a big deal to them. But there's like,
no, they're not above us.
Well, in terms of like their stand-up status, they are. And then there's guys who
maybe monetarily.
There's guys who book me on shows, and I'm a little flaky about it too. It's just, it. And then I'm sure they could say the same. I think everyone treats everyone kind of the same. I don't think they're doing anything we haven't done.
All right, well, let's get into this now. I saw the movie Flight Risk already.
The Wahlberg one?
Yeah, I got to go to an advanced screening already.
Whoa!
So I could tell you all about it. I can do spoilers. But I got to work with Bro Bible, me and Dave Waite. Because we're bald men, they wanted us to host a little bald off contest before the screening. That was pretty fun. Because Mark Wahlberg plays a bald guy in it.
He's bald in it?
Well, he's got the bald in the middle, but like a lot of hair, kind of like Dave Waite, like the old school bald.
The cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Horseshoe.
With
the horseshoe.
With plenty of hair on the sides. So yeah, we did that little competition, and then we watched the movie. It was good. But we saw it in 4DX. You do that with the shaking
I don't need
seats.
it.
Yeah, I don't need it either. People are like all into it, like a ride. And they're shooting mist in my ear. I don't need to be on the ride. Okay, I wasn't in the movie. All right, don't try to make it like I was in there.
Yeah, I think movies
all
are
right,
immersive
let them
enough.
have it.
I don't even need 3D. I don't need like the depth.
I mean, when I was a kid, I used to like the Omnimax thing was cool, where it's like in your face or whatever. But I don't want to shake. Aaron, have you done that?
No, I've never done it before.
Doesn't it spritz you with air?
Yeah,
sometimes?
it was spritzed. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And you could do water too if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, so Wahlberg famously said...
It's not even seatbelts.
Wahlberg was supposed to be on one of the planes on 9/11, and he famously said, had he been, it would have gone different.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
He said he would have handled it. I believe him, too. But...
Yeah, he played a badass in this movie. You want to know the premise of the movie, or do you know?
Because I'm wondering if it's overlapping. Yeah, go, baby.
No, it's cool. It's so Topher Grace is in it.
Love Topher.
Welcome back, Eric Foreman. Great to see him. He basically he was like very Foreman-esque in this movie. He plays he was an accountant for the mob, and he's on and they're like pinching the whole syndicate or whatever. So he's like on the run, and he's hiding out in Alaska, and then the FBI finds him, and then they're trying to bring him back to Seattle to get him to New York to testify against this mob boss. So they get back to like a little airstrip so they could fly him to Anchorage. And when they get in the little Cessna plane...
Not a lot of direct flights from Juneau to JFK.
Yeah. So the woman, she's with Topher, the FBI lady. I forget the actress's name. But then Mark Wahlberg comes in as the pilot, but he's not really the pilot.
Oh.
Like he killed the actual pilot.
So he's the bad guy?
He's a mob guy.
Mark Wahlberg plays a bad guy?
Yeah. I mean, you could tell that by the trailer.
I haven't watched the trailer yet.
Oh, okay.
When's the last time Wahlberg played a bad guy?
But yeah, he pretends to be the guy that's supposed to fly them.
Fear. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I
but
just rewatched that.
Probably
yeah,
not the
he's
last
kind
time.
of like that in this.
The Departed, he's kind of bad.
Yeah, but you're rooting for him. In the end, he's kind of the Avenger. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the last time was Fear.
But yeah, so basically, yeah, and then there's a struggle, and yeah, it's a good, it's a good, the plot keeps advancing. It's a good, it was pretty cool. I liked it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you guys do like a bald thing with Bro Bible too? Like best bald man?
Yeah, that's what this was.
Who'd you pick?
It was a bald off. I mean, there wound up only being 6 guys in the competition, so
I would say that's actually a pretty good.
they
turnout.
pretty much gave,
Yeah.
they gave out.
How wet were their T-shirts?
It was yeah, they should have did that. It was a one of those dome shavers from Manscaped. They gave everyone one anyway. So no, there wasn't even a winner. It was a freaking
Hey, everybody's a winner.
yeah.
Dude, I do this.
Yeah, it was participation trophy kind of shit.
You and Chudwin are my 2 favorite bald guys.
Thanks.
How's that bit I do is so funny where I call you every time the Bears are losing and I act like I don't know they're losing and I go,
Yeah, you're a piece of shit.
they'll be down.
Yeah,
like,
no, I don't like that. I blocked that kind. I blocked a lot of people for that bullshit.
They'd be down like 24/7. I call Joe, I'm like, dude, how's your day going? He's like, why are you calling? I'd be like, what's going on? He's like, I'm like, you know. I'm like, oh, is football on? And then he would just hang up on me.
Yeah, well, what goes around comes around. Steelers lost 5 in a row to end the season. That was really cool.
That was rough.
Yeah.
That hurt bad. Because we were 10-3. Like, we looked
Yeah,
like we
it's
could win the
tough.
freaking Super Bowl. I was watching all these Renegade TikTok videos with, like, Russell Wilson, like, how nobody wanted him, but we took him, and now it's going to happen. And then
Yeah.
it's like, we sucked so much fucking ass. And then that playoff game, we just got fucking rammed the entire time. They just jammed it down our throat. I love King Henry. I love Lamar, too, so no disrespect to the Ravens. But
Yeah.
God, they smashed us. But it's still not as bad as being a Bears fan. I mean, you guys just have decades of incompetence just sewn into your DNA.
Yeah, I know. Who cares? We're not going to talk about that today.
I mean, you got to look at Caleb Williams and see these other rookie quarterbacks and think, I mean, did we get the 3rd, maybe 4th best one?
No, he's the best one by far.
He's not better than Jaden Daniels at
Yeah,
this
he is.
point. Drake
Yeah, okay,
May
at this
showed
point,
a lot of flashes.
at this
Bo
point,
Nix
what?
got his team to the playoffs. I
It's
mean,
not okay. You don't know ball.
so which part don't I understand? Was Caleb getting sacked like 10 times a game and like?
Yeah, but look
was
at
that
look at
good?
it. Look at his numbers.
They were decent.
Look at him comparatively to
You know, Blake
past
Bortles used to
rookies.
throw tutties when they were down by 30.
Okay. Wow. Man, you just buy into the. Man, what a gullible son of a bitch.
Yeah, but you think you're going to get Tomlin from us.
No.
And you want him.
It's a 2-horse race. No, I don't want him.
You wanted him bad. Admit it.
I mean,
You called me. You sounded like you were juicing
well,
out
because
your
I
dick a
mean,
lip.
I wasn't sure, but It's gonna be Ben Johnson or Mike McCarthy. That's the word.
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
You can't want him.
Mike McCarthy.
It's
Whoa, what a bunch of losers.
That's who it's gonna be. No, but it should be Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, look, he seems like an offensive genius. Those guys sometimes, though, when they get to the head coaching job, they're overthinkers. Think about Mike
whatever.
Martz.
We're willing to take the risk.
Yeah, you should be. You should be, definitely. And you got a good young QB. He's, maybe top 15, maybe.
All right, listen. So with Runyon birding, I had to alter
How much weight have you gained?
Yeah, I had to alter my my workout routine.
So you just walk in circles.
Well, I have a good daily walk route that I configured. It's about 4 miles.
Oh, that's good.
And then
yeah, good configuration.
I've been doing 50 burpees every other day. Can you do burpees?
Do you know what's
They're very hard.
For my birthday 2 days ago, I did 37 in a row and sent it to the boys.
Oh, that's
I'll
good.
send you the video. We'll put it in here. I'm sure the people would love to watch.
Yeah, we'll put it up. The hard part about the burpee, like doing the squat, jump, do the push, the kick back after the push up. Ooh, I feel like my lower abs are gonna rip out. What do you think?
As we get older, our psoas gets tight. I'm losing a lot of strength in there. No, dude, that's just the way it is, brother. And if you don't loosen up your hips, you're never gonna loosen up your heart, and that's a fact.
That's true.
Yeah, my hips don't lie. I tried to dance a couple weeks ago. My hips don't really move.
Oh my God.
It's all right.
You tried to dance?
Yeah, to Shakira. My hips don't lie.
I never thought you could dance like that. You make a man want to speak Spanish.
Yeah, my hips don't lie. They say,
bonita.
I don't want to dance, bitch. That's what my hips say.
You got that huge dick, but you got no rhythm.
Like you do?
If you and me, I got great rhythm, not as much dick. If you put you and me together, that'd be some really bad breath.
Oh, by the way, I just meant bitch in general. For people listening, I wasn't calling Shakira a bitch. I think that might have sounded like that.
No, she's great Colombian, dude, like me. Hey, when's the last time you got your gums cleaned?
Every day.
Oh, you are good with your flossing and stuff.
Yeah, I floss every day. Not a dumbass. Also, brush twice a day. Why? You don't floss, probably.
No.
Do you use a water pick at all?
I did. You criticized me for it. Like, that's not as good as flossing.
No, water picking, it's good.
Because you're a bully.
All right, well, enjoy gingivitis.
Dude, can I be serious for a second? Do you, like when I was young?
That's gum disease, by the way.
I'm getting ahead of it. When I was young, I could be a bully at times, and I could treat people poorly.
I could see that. You got kicked out of like 3 high schools.
And when I think about it, I get really sad thinking about and then I think about how bad they must feel thinking about it all the time and how sad they must get. And then I get angry that they let me do that to them. Like I just want to grab them by the shirt collar and be like, "You pussy, stop me, you little bitch."
So now you're gaslighting them for beating them up?
That's a bit.
Or being a bully?
No, I'm not.
Well, have you talked to any of these people?
I've reached out to them and I'd be like, "Hey, I don't know why you let me do that. You should have stood up for yourself." And then they're like, "Shut up." And I'm like,
so you do that instead of apologizing?
No, I'm sorry. I say I'm sorry, but then
okay.
I say like, "Hey, how come
Because people have different personalities. Not everyone responds the same way to confrontation. Some people are bad with that.
You just took
Not me anymore. I don't take any
Aaron
shit
knew it
from
was
anybody.
a bit, and you just took it straight on the fucking head, dude. I'll bully you
believe
right
it.
now.
It was good acting.
Thank you.
Pacino.
Thank you.
I was just saying that I think you should be doing that on stage if you're not.
I'm gonna try it. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, you should.
That's a good one.
All right, well, let's get into it.
Someone else has probably already done it, and then they're gonna message me like, "Hey, I've been doing that bit
Yeah.
Maybe.
since 2007 in Reno." Like, dude, I fucking
Yeah.
know you, dude.
Yeah, Reno 911. I've been rewatching that. What a great show.
Oh, great. So good.
Do you think you're
I
more?
just watched the first episode.
Would you put yourself in the top 1% of originality
For stand-up comedy?
for human beings?
Yeah, I think so.
I would put you there too.
Thanks. Take that as a compliment. All right, this is great. Is celebrating birthdays. JT had his birthday recently.
Dude,
Happy birthday. My birthday's
you.
on Sunday, the 26th.
Let's go.
Also, championship Sunday, AFC,
52 years
NFC
old.
Championship, 41.
We are old,
Dick.
man.
Well, yeah, you're getting up there. You're
Shit, bro.
39.
37.
All right, fine.
Dude, how do you guys act on your birthdays? I don't like it.
I feel like a fucking badass. Yeah.
What's that entail?
Aaron, what about you?
I don't really care anymore.
I do. I care.
I mean, about the day itself.
I'm like that too. People are like, what are you going to do today? I'm like, I'm going to go to the gym, and then I think we're out of Clorox wipes, and then I got to take my daughter to the dentist. That's like, I don't,
You're taking a 1-year-old to the dentist?
or something like that.
No, I just think
18-month-old. Way to get that wrong.
I
Because you're
just
never around.
Yeah,
you
they
never
were
see your
born in the
godchildren.
summer of 23.
Guys, I don't want anyone to think I'm actually mad at Joe, because to be mad at him would mean I have expectations for him to be better, and I don't.
All right. Let's talk about what we were talking about. I'm not trying to divert the conversation. So birthdays, no, I like when it's my birthday. I'm not like, I'm not all about like, people got to be celebrating. I just like, I'm gonna be in a good mood. I'm gonna have fun today.
That's good. I should be more like that.
But
That's
I'm not
good.
like, I hope these people come and this and that, whatever.
Nah, we can't do that.
Like last year, I had a big party at the Naughty Pig because it was a 40th birthday. But
That was fun.
I was
yeah,
there.
it's a great time. Yeah, Aaron
We were all
came.
there. Yeah.
Did some Jaeger shots.
Did you make out with anyone that
Sipped on
night?
some Malort. No, I didn't.
I love
Thank you
your,
for asking.
I
though.
love your bit about making out. It's so funny.
Thank you. So, but yeah, I'll probably be at the Pig again
Why don't you do it?
for this birthday because I'll be watching the football games. So that should be cool.
Are you pulling for Notre Dame or Ohio State?
Notre Dame.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty fired up for them.
Yeah, that should be a pretty cool game. Yeah, it's really hard for me to root for Ohio State.
Because you're an Iowa guy.
I there's something off about them
They feel like a professional
that
team.
I don't like. Yeah, they just, I don't know, they remind me of, I get like a Vikings and Packers vibe with them. Who both lost in the first round of playoffs, no surprise. Taking shots, I don't care.
But you're okay with the Lions, right? You got to love that.
Yeah, I'm okay with it for now.
That's the right attitude. I think that's actually right.
I actually want them kind of to win the Super Bowl because then it's like, oh yeah, you how could you not hire Ben Johnson? This guy's a fucking genius.
Dude, the play design.
I would take Aaron Glenn too. Like if they were gonna go defensive guy, I like their defensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, he's done a good job with all the injuries they've had too.
Yeah,
Losing Hutchinson.
the Bears interviewed like 20 guys so far. This Monday they're actually interviewing Bud Kilmer. It's gonna be a Zoom interview. They're a little afraid he might be violent in person.
I swear on my life, I'd rather have Bud Kilmer than Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine my team hiring Mike McCarthy. What else do you need to know?
I mean, we could. Yeah, I mean,
He
Bears
went
could.
12-4 with the Cowboys like 4 years in a row.
I mean, Bears might win the district championship if we hire Bud Kilmer, so that'd be good.
I trust him. Trust him more than McCarthy. You will not win a Super Bowl with McCarthy.
No.
Okay, great.
Sorry, man.
All right, well, let's get into some of these fucking emails, or do you want to do one of our? You remember the bracket thing? Do you like those?
I love doing it. I love just being here with you, man.
Oh, isn't that cute? All right. Well, someone gave me a good idea for a bracket, but then they didn't actually slot anything. That's great. There was a cool bracket that someone came up with. I think this is great for us, especially JT. You're into this man stuff. Yeah, we got to do this. This is the male qualities bracket.
Oh, I love this.
This came to us from David, And
Sorry, my wife's having a hard day, so I gotta check in.
oh
sometimes.
yeah, no worries. Yeah, reminder
tough, too,
everyone,
Life's tough.
email the podcast, joecodepodcast@gmail.com.
Like a legit hard day.
Food, beer, and men. We talk. Anything else you want as well. Don't forget I'm on Cameo. You can book me on there. And join that Patreon. Just $2. You $2 a month.
That's a steal.
Patreon.com/JoeCodePodcast. All right, David. Hi, Joe. I am a long-time listener. I think I have listened to every episode, but have never written in. All right. Thanks, David. I always look forward to your episodes, which brighten my every Monday. Your takes always fire me up, and big shout-out to Aaron for his dedication to the pod's success.
What up?
Yeah, shout-out Aaron. I hope you enjoy this male qualities bracket that I just came up with. I am excited to hear you break it down on the pod with Aaron and other esteemed guests. That's you.
Sweet.
Esteemed milk I like with my coffee. No.
Just raw milk. That's all I drink now.
P.S. I think it is a shame that you consider yourself an expert on food, beer, and men when you have outwardly expressed that you never cook. I never claimed to be an expert.
You cook, you make oatmeal.
I think I do overnight oats. I think you should consider making a New Year's resolution to make a few dishes here and there. In my experience, cooking meals at home is also a solid way to impress the ladies. You could even start a side hustle called Cooking with Joe.
Just cook these.
Something to
before I came
chew
over here.
on. That's just burger patties. Love you, Dave.
Yeah, they're seasoned though.
All right, so we have the male qualities, right? There's no seeds, which
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
I mean, it's fine. It's in a nice.
Yeah, I guess it kind of doesn't really matter. I guess that kind of makes it fair, because then sometimes I think in your head you're like, oh, well, they're the 1 seed. They should move on, but I don't know. So yeah, let's just get into it. We'll let Aaron
I'm excited for this.
kick it off here.
This is the shit I live for.
All right. Our first matchup is robust facial hair versus big hog.
What's the best male quality of the two? Best out of 7 series. Robust facial hair, big hog. I mean, you know me. Robust facial hair. Come on. It's enough already with the facial hair. I mean, I have a little bit of stubble. If I had a full head of hair, I'd be clean shaven. Robust facial hair to me, it's just, I don't know. I'm not into it.
So that's why you grew the facial hairs?
For me,
like,
it hurts. Yeah, you need.
this half's
I want
gone, let's
some
fill in the other.
hair. Yeah.
Smart.
But the beards are cool. I get the manliness of
Makes
them.
me want to jack off to Johnny Sins.
But some people have really gross beards. So I'm gonna say big hog 4-2. I'm going big hog advancing over robust facial hair.
Okay, so like I think the phrasing could have been better, because if you're saying like a big beard, like that's something, but like robust facial hair is like feels a little bit ambiguous.
Maybe thick. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like look, Joe has a big hog. He's the big hog legend. Like we have talked about it. People ask about it.
Oh,
It's a
good.
real thing. I've never seen that happen with facial hair. Even if it's like I think the mustache is over the top. You're trying too hard. A big beard is cool.
Yeah, guys with the mustaches.
Yeah.
No, unless you own a pizza place. So you're saying?
I'm saying it's big hog 4-0.
Oh wow!
I don't even think. I think
Sweeping it.
and I don't even think one of those games is close. I think Big Hog is pounding the fuck out of the facial hair.
Literally.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just
All right.
I don't think it's close.
Yeah, I agree. What is Aaron
I'm gonna
think?
say big hog 4-1. I do think there's something to be said for good facial hair. I wish I had better facial hair, but yeah, I mean,
Yeah, if you got a
What-
nice full coverage in your beard, no patches, yeah, there's something to be said for that.
But
yeah,
I've
but
never
like JT said, the mystery's gone. It's you see it, you're like, all right,
Yeah.
cool.
and I've never thought, oh, I wish Aaron had a bigger beard or something like that.
No,
But I have been like,
Personally.
oh man, I wish Aaron would let me touch that big dick he's got.
Yeah, Aaron.
well, I'm sorry. Next matchup, we have jacked arms versus jacked legs.
Ooh, I like this matchup.
This is a great matchup.
Now, if you would have asked me this like 15, 20 years ago, I probably would have leaned towards jacked arms. But I think jacked legs is where it's at nowadays. I think muscular legs, which also would equate to a muscular butt. I think it's nice to have a good butt as a guy.
Sure.
You know, women are very into baseball players because they have good butts.
Yeah. I have a little butt.
The uniform lends itself, to
Especially pitchers. But yeah, I mean, jacked arms are cool. But yeah, like me with when I would run the hills and stuff, it feels good to have jacked legs. I mean, triceps are cool. It's tight. I think it's a very close one, but I'm going to say jacked legs 4-3.
Joe, you just hit that so on the money, dude.
Oh, I thought
think,
you were a good arm guy.
I think big arms are flashy. They're sexy. They're appealing. You like them when you're young.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like a Dodge Viper. But then jacked legs are what actually make you move well. They make you sturdy. That's
Yeah.
where your athleticism really comes from. And honestly, aesthetically, the fact that you included the butt, that was the big thing for me. I was like, if we're just doing quads and hammies, I think you got to go arms. Although, are we including the middle delt? But yeah, I think if you include the butt, you got to go legs. That's the 7 series. I mean, that's just the ultimate driving machine. That's what the real connoisseur wants. And for me, when I look at a guy with jacked legs, I'm like, that's a guy I don't want to mess with. When I see a guy with jacked arms, I'm like, he's cosmetically strong, but can he actually move? It's TBD. But with legs, I'm like, no, if you got them tree trunks, I know you're a dude.
Yeah, it's good to have that solid foundation.
I'm going so, but it's close because the arms are flashy.
Yeah.
And there's something to that too. It's a lot of sizzle.
Sure.
So I'm going 4-3 legs. It's close.
All right.
I'm outvoted here, but I'm going to disagree. I think it's arms. It's just, to see those. I mean, even JT's popping out of that polo, like
Yeah,
that's
some
just,
nice pipe.
That's just super cool. You're not going to see a guy's legs as much, wearing pants or whatever. And I know a guy who has like super jacked legs, like unbelievable crazy legs, and it's just like, yeah, but can you like jump?
Yeah, when they're
Can he?
super jacked,
No,
that
I
is
doubt it.
like
Send
bodybuilders
us
when
a
their
photo of his
legs are
legs.
super jacked.
It's-
that is a little
it's-
weird.
it's
Those are
crazy.
weird.
Yeah, like Ronnie Coleman, I've been paying attention to all that Mr. Olympia stuff. I've been on a weird rabbit hole with it. Like their glutes are too shredded. It looks weird. They look like suctioned in.
Yeah.
But just a normal like NFL player strong butt, great to look at.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go, arms 4-2. But
That's
I'm
fair.
outvoted. Jack legs advances. Next one, alcohol tolerance versus pain tolerance.
Oh, these are good.
Yeah.
This is a great one.
Well, I mean, male quality. I think it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes guys are like, yeah, let's have some beers, but women are never like, oh man, that guy who just drank 10 beers. I love him.
I'm going to vote early here. I'm thinking pain. I think it's pain tolerance.
I think so too.
I think seeing, it's fictional, obviously, but when Cameron Poe is walking up and gets shot in the arm and just takes it and doesn't even flinch,
Hell yeah.
that's so fucking cool. It's unreal, but it's, and to my dad would come home like physically bleeding and not even know it,
Yeah.
which was, good and bad, but still, I think it's way cooler than being able to drink a bunch.
I'm outvoted, but I'd like to make the counter. Just that I think in a vacuum, you guys are right. Pain tolerance is more useful and it's more masculine, but it just doesn't. come up much in our day-to-day lives. Like, I don't even know of my friends who has the most pain tolerance, because like once you get past like college age, you stop playing sports with each other.
No,
as much
but
or
you
doing
pull
risky-
muscles and stuff, your back.
But you don't. But I don't know who's doing a good job with that. Whereas alcohol, I know exactly how much all my friends can handle booze wise. Like I can think about each one of them and be like, oh, this guy's good for this much. This guy's good for this much. This guy's a tank. And again, like the big hog legend, my friends who can drink a ton and then just wake up in the morning and be like in a decent mood, we hold them in rarefied air. And
Okay.
so I'm just gonna go on alcohol tolerance just because it's more circulated.
How much?
How much?
4 to.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go 4 to 3. That's another really tough one.
I'm going pain tolerance because I just think it's there's still like a male quality. There's still something intrinsically like macho about. Oh yeah, this guy's tough. He can
For sure.
like athletes. He can play through the pain, and I think that's a
Like Ronnie Lott cutting his finger off to get back
yeah,
in the
and
game.
like guys playing with casts. And,
Jack Lambert,
Yeah, Jack Tatum, right? Where
Tatum,
he had the broken femur and he kept playing football.
yeah, I just,
Those stories
Bob
are
Gibson.
like,
Bob
yeah.
Gibson hit a comebacker, broke his leg, and he pitched the rest of the game.
Dude,
He
I was
pitched
just
the
watching Ken.
rest of the inning. Anyway.
I was watching Ken Burns' baseball doc, and the Bob Gibson shit is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Just how terrifying. And dude, there was real quick. There was a quote about Jackie Robinson in there that Jesse Jackson did at his funeral that goes, he was immunized from the diseases he sought to cure.
oh wow,
That's a bar.
yeah. I'm gonna say pain tolerance 4 to 1.
Yeah, I was gonna go 4 to 1.
Pretty
as well.
big, yeah.
It's fair. I just wish I knew more of like our homies who has the most pain tolerance.
Well, I mean, certainly as I play softball, like I know which of my teammates are always fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
so
kind of like wild. It's like I'm all right.
and who's the toughest? Vertrees?
Oh, Vertrees is by far the toughest.
Yeah, he's a tough dude.
I would say Joe would. No, I wouldn't say Joe would be up there. You are tough, but you are tired.
I don't play.
Yeah.
That's gotta take you down a peg. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Next matchup: athleticism versus appealing natural pheromones. A thing we cannot detect.
Who the fuck wrote that
I
one?
know.
David.
What? I'm jumping in heavy here. Athleticism 4 to 0. There's almost nothing better than athleticism.
Yeah.
It would take I can't even think of what's gonna beat it, but smelling good and being arousing to women, I'm like, what? Who cares?
Oh, that's
I'm a dude.
something.
Yeah, but I'm a dude. That does nothing. That was like you were saying with like pain tolerance, like women are gonna like that. I'm like, but I'm not thinking about it that way. I'm a dude. I'm like, if I see a guy, like one time we were at the park and we had a football and I was with comics, so you never know who can like play sports at all, and I just hucked it up and Fonto like flew through the air and like body contorted and caught it with one hand, and I was like, that was cool. You're an athlete, and it was like instantaneous. I just had more admiration for him.
Yeah, I mean, athleticism is cool. Pheromones. I don't know, Aaron. What are you thinking?
I think the term pheromones gets thrown around a lot, as though you can actually smell it, or it's the same thing as scent, and it's not. So I don't think it even matters. I think it's a clean sweep for athleticism.
I mean, because you're talking about like we look up to like a lot of our heroes are athletes.
Yeah, I'll say athleticism 4 to 1. Chicks dig the long ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Muhammad Ali, we're not like, oh, dude, I bet you he smelled good.
He probably did.
I mean, I'm sure he did, but it's just it doesn't come up.
Who knows?
Yeah.
The first time I saw Jim Brown play football, I said, man, that guy smells nice.
You don't even think about, like, you see a photo of a guy sweating like crazy, but he's in the middle of a game or whatever, like Bo Jackson, and you're not like, man, I bet he stink. You don't even think about it. You're just like, yeah, dude, that dude's awesome.
Yeah, they never wrote a book like Jeff Pearlman wrote like the greatest athlete ever about Bo Jackson. They never wrote like the best smelling man ever. It'd be like one page, but he just
Yeah.
smelled good.
All right, that was the whole left side of the grid.
Those were good.
Let's do the right side. We've got honesty versus reliability / punctuality.
Whoa, that's a great one. This is one that changes as you age again.
I mean, those are like in the same family.
No, but I think it's actually smart to put them up against each other. I think when you're young, you want honesty because it's like brave. Like someone who would tell you the truth, even if it's like uncomfortable or unpopular, you're like, that has a lot of cachet. But then as you get older, you realize it's actually not doing that much for you. And, you know, if you can be honest, it's even less additive. I think reliability and punctuality is huge, especially the reliability. If you know that someone is going to be there and they're going to show up when you need them, especially as you age, you just don't have that many people. It means the world.
Yeah.
I'm going reliability and punctuality 4-3.
Yeah, this is close. It's tough. Yeah, reliability, punctuality. Also, those are two things going against one.
It's true. Yeah, I'm like, this guy's reliable and he's going to show up on time.
Honesty. Yeah, I mean, honesty is good to have, but I mean, you could be honest about, hey, I don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So who's that helping? But it is good to be honest, for sure. But yeah, I'll say reliability, punctuality, 4-2.
Yeah, I think it is reliability, punctuality. I'm going to say 4-2 as well. Yeah, because if you value honesty more, like the guy who's reliable could also honestly believe, like, I don't really want to do this, but if he's reliable, he's there.
Yeah, he for sure doesn't want to be there
Yeah.
and not on time, but he has a code. He has to live up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next matchup: being intimidating while angry versus having ambition.
Oh. This one's kind of easy for me.
Yeah.
Being intimidating while angry is like sort of cool, but like it should only come into like being handy once or twice a year at most, or else like what are you doing every day? I mean, being ambitious, that's like a rising tide lifts all boats. Like when you got an ambitious dude around you, it kind of it makes you step up a little bit, makes you a little bit sharper. So I'll go ambition and I'll go 4-0.
Wow, sweet. Yeah, being intimidating while angry. What am I, a bully in 8th grade?
Exactly. It's like, did we offend bikers and we really need to get out of this situation?
Yeah. Yeah, as far as male quality.
I mean, that's more along the situations I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of like someone won't shut up in the movie theater, and you look intimidating while you're angry is a lot better than I feel like I come off.
It is.
Yeah, that could be helpful.
Yeah.
But yeah, having ambition though, as a
course.
man, like it's a very sexy thing.
But like my
So I'll say 4-1 having ambition. What's that?
I was gonna get beat up in this Cabo bathroom one time by a bunch of like frat bros.
Cabo Cantina or
We were at the zoo
in Cabo?
in Cabo San
Oh,
Lucas,
okay.
and then my buddy came in who's like a badass, and he just got right in the dude's faces, and he backed like 4 guys off.
Jeez.
And in that moment, I was like, and he used to make me mad because he could be kind of a bully, but when he was on my side in that moment, I was like, this is worth its weight in gold. I was so grateful to have him. But if you have an ambitious friend, we probably could have afforded to go to like a better place where we wouldn't have run into ruffians in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But it was nice. It was nice having him.
Yeah, I mean, I just like being a dad and wanting to be a protector. It's like I hope that when I'm legitimately have a legitimate grievance and need people to get away from my family, that I am intimidating to them. I don't know if I have that face, so I kind of value it, but
You do. I think it's in the eyes. You just got to seem deranged, like you're willing to die.
Yeah. Aaron, what are you picking?
I might get outvoted, but I'm gonna go intimidating while angry 4-3.
All right.
Whoa! Big upset. Is there a downside to ambition too? Like if someone's super ambitious, maybe like
I don't think it's uniquely male either. Like,
no.
Yeah.
But like they don't want to hang out all the time, or they think they're too good for a situation, or their head's somewhere else when you're trying to hang because they're like,
there could be that, yeah.
I'm trying to work. I mean, it can be an annoying thing sometimes, moment to moment.
It's a real. It's a bit of a character flaw in the Princess and the Frog. I'm having to watch a lot with my daughter.
Which one's that?
The one in New Orleans,
Oh.
the more recent princess, where she's like trying to open a restaurant, so she doesn't hang with her friends at all.
How old's your daughter now?
4.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
All right, next matchup. So having ambition did advance there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next matchup: enticing romantic charisma versus
All of those? Or that's one thing?
It's one thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Versus being hardworking.
Oh, this is a really good one. Holy Toledo.
Can't those be both?
Yeah, you got to kind of, yeah.
Okay.
How do you get there?
I don't know, to be able to have charisma, to be where it's enticing whoever you're into, women, men, whoever you're trying to attract. If you're enticing to, I think that's very strong. Like, you basically have power over people. It's like, yeah, being hardworking's great.
Yes, I do.
But to have that kind of that charisma is a blessing for you to have.
Yeah, it's hard.
So I'm gonna say enticing, romantic charisma,
I try not to use it bad,
4-2.
but sometimes
Yeah,
it
you be
gets
careful
away
with
from me.
that.
I just don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Maybe I do.
Yeah, that's really sexy, man. I
Maybe
can't
I do.
resist that.
Don't come too close.
I don't think either of these are inherently male. But I
Right.
think if you're a guy who's not great looking and you have enticing romantic charisma, that's way more impressive
Yeah.
I have a friend. It happened in Cabo.
than if he was a
hilariously.
hardworking ugly guy, I guess is what I'm saying.
I had a friend. I heard him hitting on a girl in Cabo one time. And most of the time, when you hear your friend hitting on someone, it's
Stop bragging that you went to Cabo.
Sorry.
We get it.
I also went to Cabo.
It was
Yeah.
very foundational for me, I guess. But like most of the time when you hear your friend hitting on someone, it's like cringe. You're just
Yeah,
like,
it's
oh God, dude, just shut the fuck up. Like, get away from her. Like, not
Yeah.
even because he's being like rude. It's just like hard to see someone act cool. I had one buddy who, when I used to hear him hitting on people, I'd be into it. I'm like, oh wow, and I'd start to be sucked in like the girl was.
Yeah, if someone's
Yeah.
good at it, it's
It's
fun to listen to.
It's
yeah.
cool. It's super sick. I will say this though, people like that let you down a lot because they entice you in, and they don't really deliver. You know what I mean? That's their whole thing. Is they just kind of like to feel the power, like Joe mentioned. And I don't think they
Yeah.
always do it like evilly. It's just how they're wired. But a hardworking person, because I have some buddies who are like really good with women but aren't hardworking, and they make you mad because they're like not punctual and all this other shit. And you're like, dude, you're super fun to be around, but like it's such a headache, and like we're so old now. Like I don't know if I can. It's
Yeah, I get that.
but I guess I think you guys are right though. It's such a unique quality that you it's harder to. It's almost like, do you want like a sturdy, dependable O lineman, but you can get one in every draft to play like guard, or do you
Yeah,
want
I
like
wish.
you guys know or do you want like a 6'4", 240 guy at wide receiver? And it's like, you know what, this might turn out bad. He might turn into a diva, but I'm going with him. I'm going enticing romantic charisma 4-3.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a 7-gamer as well. 4-3.
All right, one
all
more
right,
matchup.
One more.
And do we only do that round, or do we keep going?
No, yeah, I think we'll do something else.
Yeah.
I want to know who wins.
Last matchup is being respectful versus being fucking hilarious.
Sweep.
Sweep what?
Which way you think, brother?
I don't know. I think it's
Being respectful is not like being the most respectful. Doesn't, as long as you're baseline respectful.
no. It just says being respectful. Yeah.
But I don't think the guy who's hilarious isn't respectful. He's just also hilarious.
Well, he's fucking hilarious.
You got to go with fucking hilarious. That's 4-0.
Yeah, I think there's a drawback to being respectful.
Yeah, he sounds like a tight ass, right?
Or just like you're so respectful of everyone around you that you don't get anything done. You just kind of.
Yeah, and you have no personality. You're just kind of like, oh yeah, of course, no, whatever you want. And you're
exactly,
like, where do you even stand on shit, dude?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to be disrespectful, because being disrespectful, it lets people see the real you, and then they can choose whether they really want to know you, support you, and ride with you.
Yeah.
All right.
No, but did you hear what I said there?
Yeah, I did, Tony.
Yeah, but see, you use is funny.
Hey, Soprano, calm down.
I'm gonna give respectful a little more than JT did, though. I'm gonna say 4-2.
That's fine. Hey, respect to that.
Yeah, I mean,
all respect.
Being fucking hilarious is cool. Yeah, I think being respectful is a great thing. I mean, people want to be respected.
Yeah, but I've never heard.
I can't get no respect, Rodney Dangerfield.
But I've never heard anyone be like, dude, you gotta invite Max to the party. And I'm like, why? I'm like, is he fucking hilarious? And they're like, no, he's respectful.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It just doesn't sell tickets, dude.
All right, fine. Well,
hey, who do you want to book on our next stand-up show? Bros Before Joes. This guy, he's really respectful.
Yeah, well, that's different.
He holds the door open for chicks on their way to the shitter.
Yeah, well, that's booking a comedy show. All right, being fucking hilarious.
Well, do people show up for 500
3.
people show up to being respectful events?
Maybe. I'll put that on.
How are you? Are you having a good evening? That's nice to hear. And where are you from, sir?
Yeah, the crowd work would be
yeah.
amazing.
Have a safe drive home.
All right, well, that was a great first round of the male.
That's a good one, dude. So who's going to win? You think it's going to be
male qualities
athleticism
bracket.
Or being on time? I think that's the Super Bowl.
I mean, if I could foreshadow, I don't know. What's fun about these brackets, for me at least, as the competition gets on, like maybe in like the quarter or semifinals, I could kind of see a clear path as to who's gonna come out on top, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that was fun. Male qualities bracket. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I had to, I don't know. Yeah, athleticism's gonna be tough to beat. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's too close to call right now. I mean, Big Hog could make a run.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be disappointed in that. Okay, we got this is a fun little email from Bussy Patrol. And Bussy Patrol, the subject is interesting photo, and he just says, thoughts on this.
Oh, okay. Let me find that.
Aaron will put it up. It is some Bears players celebrating the win over the Green Bay Packers, by the way.
When? Was this from like 2016 or
no,
something?
this was on
2008?
This was just a couple weeks ago. This was the last game of the regular season.
Were the Packers like sitting a bunch of guys?
Which sent the Packers into a downfall because they then lost the very next week in the wild card round of the playoffs. So Aaron will show you the picture, JT, and we'll get your thoughts on this. It's going to come up on the screen.
Is this funny?
Here, hold on. Check this out. Packers fans yelling at the Bears doing the Lambeau leap
Looks like
after
Florence
victory.
Pugh.
And my thoughts are, yeah, I love it, and that is passion.
Yeah, it's awesome.
All over that woman's face. And also, I want to know who that is, and I would like to ask her out.
Yeah, she's a cutie.
I think that could be a potential wife. The passion.
Well, look at number 8. He's clearly dating her, and he's like, God, is she flirting with him?
He's got a badger pelt on his
Yeah, he
head.
looks sad as hell. He's like, I know she's mad, but like, there's an energy there that I don't feel sexually safe around.
Yeah, I mean, get over it. You look at the elderly. She's not elderly, but
elderly.
she's
Go easy,
older
bro.
than
Come
that
on, man.
lady.
You can't talk about women like that, brother.
She's older than her.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful, dog.
Probably her mom.
Or her sister.
But yeah, I to me, I love the photo
I love
because I
all
like
women.
the Bears
I just
celebrating
love women, man.
the
I'm just
victory,
guilty.
and I also love the passion that the Packers fans hate that because that sucks for them. But oh, sorry, 11 in a row wasn't enough, fuckers. All right,
I just kind of hate sports fans
The worst.
trying to yelling anything at an athlete, but
yeah, but if they jump in their face,
Dude, this is another thing of us growing up in California. Like, we're actually pretty tepid fans because
no,
we're not.
I'm going to disagree with that.
Well, I don't know, but
Dodger fans do this exact
That's
look
true.
to me all the time.
that's true.
Stadium,
Dodger fans, but I'm
as though
talking
they've
about,
done anything.
it never happened in Angel games. I'll tell you that.
Well, yeah.
And like, but I think that's actually the better way to be. I love sports. I'm obsessed. I read about them all the time, watch them all the time, try to go to them as much as I can. I hate all these like psycho people who yell at games and just ruin it. They just scream, "You suck, blow me, fuck you," and they're just loud and annoying, and they're just like mad that they're not heard in their ordinary life, so they're like taking it out on these people. Like, just shut up, dude. And I know people are like, "Oh, you pussy, whatever." I'm like, "Oh, you're tough because you yell at a cold game. Big deal."
yeah, there was a psycho Eagles fan, big surprise, who got fired from his job for the way he was acting in the stands.
Yeah, good.
I don't know if you guys saw that.
Well, you guys, if an athlete acts like that, like, you know, when LeGarrette Blount knocked out that guy from Boise State, what a punch!
Oh wow!
And then was like
I forgot about that.
gonna fight the crowd and probably would have killed everybody.
That's when he was at Oregon.
Yeah, he
wow.
got suspended for the whole season. If you're a fan and you act like that, you gotta, you're off the team, bro.
All right. Here's an email from our buddy Taylor. Be safe. Hey there, Joe. Thanks for reading my stuff on the pod. Please be safe with this fire. I'm not going to make a stupid joke because people are getting hurt. Hope you and Aaron are staying safe. Thanks, Taylor. Appreciate that. And then our good friend Sky God says, he says I don't have to read this on the pod, but he just wants us to, I just want to know if you're safe from the LA fires. Stay safe, my friend. Sky God 2000. Good to hear from you, buddy. Yeah, we are good here.
Yeah, he DM'd me as well.
Sky got
Very
so
nice.
He messaged me also.
he got his nickname from that TikTok video of the guy who stole the plane.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Have you guys ever seen that video?
No.
It's the best. It's very sad. A guy committed suicide by stealing like a commercial plane and flying it in the air, and he completed a barrel roll before it ended. But they have
wow, I didn't know
they
that.
have the whole communication on tape, and they play it.
He
And
went
it's
by
like,
Sky God.
yeah, he called him. That's his nickname. And then, dude, you cry watching it. It's beautiful, but it's real sad. But I just fucking love fucking poetic suicide shit, bro.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up on this one here from.
Are we done? I could do this forever. I miss you guys.
Well, hold on. This is one from our pal Lane, who has written in now 16 weeks in a row. And we know that because the subject is question/comments part 16, and we get it every week.
Nice.
Joe, Aaron, sup. Happy New Year. Joe, when I heard on the last episode you were doing dry January, I thought you meant not using lotion for the month to crank down. Thank goodness it's about alcohol. No, I didn't say I was doing dry Jan. I was talking about it. I didn't say I was doing it. Crank down?
You don't even masturbate, right? Oh, you started
All right,
again.
we're not talking about this, man. This isn't.
But how wild is that to
This
not
isn't
do
one
it?
of those podcasts. We're like, hey,
Kevin? You mean Kevin's not on
I don't
the
know.
podcast?
Just people are like, hey, how's the cum? No.
I know. What
Yeah.
is
Also,
it?
Kevin. Yeah, he's not here either.
Do you know anyone who loves like jizz and cum more than that? Like Chad likes it, but he's not as much.
No.
as
Yeah,
Kevin.
we had to talk about it a little bit last time he was here. So, but not much. All right, he goes, I hope you don't address this any further on the pod, but yes, the Bears beat the Packers. Yeah, we'll talk about it today. I mean, it's the off season now for both teams, so we're not going to. But yeah, it's great. It felt great. It felt great. He goes, whoopity-doo. You lost position in the draft order. Big deal. It was like a couple spots. and have to go into hibernation while the Packers venture for the Super Bowl. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That didn't
guess
age
that
well.
didn't happen. This email was written on January 6th. Sorry, Lane. I guess you couldn't foresee the Packers losing in the playoffs. So sad.
Yeah, but good news. I mean, I just read this hot off the presses. It looks like the Bears are going to hire Norv Turner.
Shut up. He was their offensive coordinator at one point.
Yeah.
Also, or no, maybe that was Ron Turner.
What's Marty Schottenheimer?
Who is the coach in the Little Giants? Can we get Rick Moranis? Also, will the Cardinals just give up and trade Arenado already? Aaron?
It's his. I mean, he's the one pumping the brakes.
Oh, he's going to stay now?
I mean, we're getting pretty close, and he's not gone. It's weird.
But he was the one who wanted out.
No, we want to dump his salary. So he's got a full no trade. clause.
Damn. All right. And then he goes, are we able to get your vote on Hottie of the 2024 year? Who's really someone that made you swell up downstairs?
Ooh, I'll play this game. Just nice big tits, fucking juicy ass.
Shut up.
I gotta go with my wife. Hey, can I get one thing in real quick?
What?
I know I've been talking the whole time. I'm sorry, but she cracked how I was gonna propose to her. So now I got to come up with a new plan.
Oh, jeez.
I was gonna propose to her. We go to silent retreats sometimes. I was gonna propose to her at the beginning of the silent retreat, so she couldn't answer in front of everybody. I thought that'd be really funny, and she figured it out. We were driving to the tar pits with the kids, and she was like, I know how you're going to propose. And she's like, should I tell you? And I was like, yes. She's like, you're going to do it at the silent retreat. I was like, oh. So now I got to come up with something else.
Oh, wow. Well, that sucks. I don't know. I mean, I'm really into fitness models. It's hard to declare which one.
Yeah,
but,
you're always hilarious about that. I'm like, Joe, what do you look for in a woman? He's like, a nice body.
well, I just like women that like work out.
I'm into that too. Like CrossFit chicks, I think are very attractive.
And he goes, lastly, it was Derrick Rose night in Chicago the other day. I want to know your take on if you consider him a bust. Was great, but always injured and turned into a bit of a journeyman. Up yours, Lane. P.S. For the schmoll, I do not have autism, but will take the compliment about how I look like I work at a bank. I mean, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna consider Derrick Rose. I mean, it was nice that they honored him for sure, and I think they're gonna retire his number next year.
Yeah.
But no, not. I mean, he got hurt. He had bad knee injuries. I mean, almost took the Bulls to the finals. So I'm not gonna say a bust because he was great. It wasn't like he didn't live up to the expectations. It just was cut short.
How do you call
But then
someone
it
a
was
bust
good he
who
got
is
to play.
Rookie of the year, won an MVP?
Yeah, he might be looking for a different word there. Yeah,
I don't know. I wasn't paying that close attention, but I thought the story on him was he was a bust, and I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, oh no, he was MVP. What the shit?
Yeah, he beat LeBron. I mean, maybe LeBron should have won it, but it was that team they won like 60 some.
Yeah,
games
they
that
were
year.
like 62-20 that regular season and number one seed, and
his highlights were still to this day in like the top 10 of
and
any
they played the
players.
Heat pretty tough. I mean, ultimately the Heat had too much firepower, but
Agreed. If
It
they
was
if they had one more scorer on the Bulls,
yeah, they really needed one more person. Yeah.
if Jimmy Butler had been a little bit older at that point, I mean, I don't know if him and Rose could have coexisted with each other, but they would have. Yeah, it would have been a hell of a
Yeah,
series.
put your other foot up on the
Sorry,
table, sure.
I'm just chilling. Yeah,
All right.
I'm sensitive about D. I love that guy.
Yeah.
How about the D
Thanks,
Rose
Lane.
clip when everyone's dancing at the All-Star game and Derrick Rose refuses and he's just standing there stoically?
I don't know if I remember.
I'll
that.
show it to you. You'll love it. It's very
All right, cool.
It's very Chicago.
All right, yeah, I think that'll do it. JT.
What an honor, dude.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming in for this today.
I love you so much.
It was great being back here. Love you too.
Do you need a ride home?
It's great being back in the studio. I mean, it's out of your way.
Yeah, but then I can make you see the kids.
All right, just take it easy a second. Let's wrap up the pod. All right. Thanks, everyone out there. Thanks for the love and support. And also, it was great, nice thing in the last week. A lot of family, friends, cousins, aunts, uncles all checking up on me. So it was nice to feel the love from people. So that was cool. And shout out to the Los Angeles Fire Department.
Heroes.
For doing great stuff. And everyone donating and helping out.
All the people who came in, too, like all the other departments that responded to the call.
Yeah, from around the world as well, which is a great thing. What were you going to say?
No, I just missed what Aaron said because I had my headphones.
Oh, I just said the firefighters that all came in from around the world.
Yeah, because the firemen I talked to, my local guys in Reseda, they were like, when those guys showed up, we got to go back to our station and respond to local calls.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like,
Yeah. It was awesome.
It's very important.
The whole world banded together to help LA. It was beautiful.
Yeah, great to see Los Angeles come together after the tragedy. So, it's a resilient city, and then it'll be back to full strength.
Absolutely. Oh, we're coming back. I never felt more like a Los Angelino. Like, I had real pride. I feel like sometimes we're not, like, super prideful about being from LA. Everyone talks trash. And then, but in that moment when the chips were down, I really felt it. I was like, no, this is our home, and none of us are going anywhere, and we're going to make it as good as it's ever been.
All right, for sure. All right, everyone. Thanks a lot, everybody out there, and to JT and Aaron. A lot of fun today. That's it. This is subscribe to the YouTube channel, people. This is the Joe Code Podcast, and I'm your host, Joe Marisi.